Hey everybody, this is Everest Paradox. Welcome back to Getting Stressed in the Darkest Dungeon. So, in our last episode, mistakes were made. I had no idea that I could just press a button to escape the dungeon, and walked all the way back to the entrance, accruing stress as we went. So our previous team of Daria, Babs, Jean, and Clayface are all getting some stress relief, which right now just leaves us with Alfred and Goliath. So we're going to have to visit the caravan and see who we have left to bring into the fold. So thankfully we do have a Seeker Vestal to bring, and we have a new class character, the Grave Robber, which we're going to also take a look at. So let's go ahead and go over the Grave Robber since she's new. So the Grave Robber has, for her quirks, Unnerving, which is plus 10% damage, and Improved Balance, which is plus 15% move resist. So if she gets hit with anything like the tentacle attack that the cultists use, she has a chance of resisting that. She does have a downside of Tuckered Out, which is base or health below 50%. She loses 10% damage, which kind of sucks. But let's look at her abilities. So her first ability is it can hit within the first 3 rows on the first 3 rows, and it's a melee attack with a 5% crit modifier. Her second ability is Flashing Dagger, which can hit from the back 3 rows and hit both people in the middle, which is great. But it has a 5% crit modifier and a minus 40% damage modifier. Shadow Fade, melee ability, can be used from the first 2 rows and hit the first 2 rows. And it is a damaging ability as well as a stun, and it has a chance to self-buff for 20 dodge, which is great. Poison Dart can hit from the back 2 rows on the back 3 rows of the enemy. It is a ranged attack that has a chance to do light damage, and it has a self buff of plus 5% accuracy. Alright, let's look at her camping skills. She has Wound Care, which most of our team has. Forage, which is a 50% chance to produce food. And Night Moves, which can, it improves scouting chance until next camp by 30%. So this will be great in a dungeon where we camp early, or if we camp multiple times, because she'll know what's going to be coming up. So we are actually going to take her, because we need people who don't have that many downsides on our team.
To those with a keen eye,
and
gold
depending on what
like a dagger's point.
Depending on what Fossard's abilities are, we might actually replace Goliath, because Goliath still has Kleptomaniac, which is horrible. Let's see, Fossard's abilities are Warren Tactician, which is plus 15% damage in Warrens, and Weld Adventure, which is plus 20% stress resistant in the Weld. Both of those are amazing, but he does have a fear of the unholy, which makes him semi-situational. So I probably wouldn't want to bring him into the areas we've been in already that have a lot of skeletons. But if we take him to an area that has a lot of pigmen or fungus monsters, he might do splendidly. So his abilities are Smite, which, as you know, is his basic melee ability, hits the first 2 rows. Bulwark of Faith, which is his self-buff for 20% protection as well as plus 5 to our torch. Holy Lance, which this is an amazing ability, because if he gets shuffled in line, he can still do damage and move himself forward in the line, hopefully putting him back in the frontline position if we have him tanking. So it's a move forward 1, and it also does damage to whoever you're targeting in the back 2 rows of the enemy, and it has a crit modifier of 10%. It also does increase damage against Unholy, so that's amazing. So we might actually hold on to him anyway. Inspiring Cry, which is a heal for the Templar. It can heal anyone within the party, and it also does plus 5 to the torch, and it's a stress heal for plus 4. So let's look at his camping skills. Wound Care, which is basic. Unshakable Leader, all companions plus 20% stress resist. That is powerful as hell. Just for the simple fact that as you even move around the dungeon, the environment takes a toll on your team. As you might have noticed in the last episode, as we went past walls that had doodles of different kinds of rituals and stuff, some of our teammates would actually get very upset at that fact. And Zealous Speech, which is amazing. So we are actually going to hold on to him. even if we don't use him
A
soon,
mighty
I still
sword
want to hold on
arm
to him for the
anchored
weld.
by holy purpose.
Let's look
A
at
zealous
our
warrior.
Vestal. Let's see. Warrior of Light, plus 10% damage. That's good. Dud Hitter. She has minus 3% crit when she's below 50% health, which isn't going to be as awful as it sounds, but she has both heals. She has both the target heal and the AoE heal, as well as a ranged stun. So we're probably going to hold on to her either way, regardless of what her camping skills are. 20% stress resist buff, pep talk. Bless, which is a buff for 10% accuracy, 10%, or not 10%. I say 10%, or I say percentage a lot. Plus 10 accuracy, plus 10 dodge. Enchant, which if the target is religious, it does a whole lot more than it would usually. So yeah, we're going to take her as well, because we're going to need her.
A sister of battle.
Let's go ahead and shuffle
pious
people
and
around, keep everyone
unrelenting.
who can actually be used at the top. I'm going to keep Fassard on the bottom. And let's see. Just for the sake of time, actually, I might actually have a couple of names. We're going to name you. We're going to name you Michael. Or, not Michelle. Mikhail. And you are going to be April. And you are going to be... Let's see, what's a good name for you? We'll go with Angelica. Alright. And currently, I don't know if we have enough rests, but I did want to take a look at the blacksmith and the guild hall, because these are going to be places where I'm going to be going to a lot for upgrading our town. I'm going to go ahead and pick up training regimen, just because that's going to help us overall in the future. At least level 1 of that. And for the blacksmith, we're going to pick up... Actually, I can't pick up anything right now. I don't have enough deeds. That's going to be something we're going to have to worry about. The Nomad Wagon is still not unlocked. It's probably going to unlock soon. She is sort of a she's pretty much a merchant. She will roll into town with different items every so often, and the items could be good or very, very bad, depending on what she brings. Let's see. Is there anything I really need to do? Doesn't look like it, so let's go ahead and embark. Alright, so last time I do believe we did one of these missions, which did not end very well. I don't want to do a mission like this one if I can help it, but I might just have to just to give it a try. Basically, this involves killing or completing 100% of the room battles. At least I think I did this. I don't remember. I'll actually have to look back at the footage before. So this one is short. I think I will do a couple of short missions, just because I think the one I did might have been a short mission, but I also blundered it up horribly. So we're going to do 100% battles just to get everyone some experience. And let's see, Alfred, you can hit from basically anywhere in the back rows, except for your open vein. I'm going to put you in spot 2. It might be a bad idea, but you can still hit with all of your abilities. So, in open vein, your whole bleed ability is an amazing effect. Let's see. She can hit... Well, she can do everything but her self buff from the back rows. So you're gonna go next. And well, yeah, she's gonna have to go in that row anyway. But the only move she can't use is going to be Bash, but she can still use her stun and all of her healing abilities, which is going to be fine. And provisions. So I ended up wasting a lot of money getting everyone patched up, stress relief-wise, so we're going to have to be a bit frugal about what we spend here. I don't really need the skeleton keys right now, since I had the Highwayman, and I think he has an increased chance of opening chests. I'm going to bring quite a bit of food, because we ran out of food quick. So 15, 1, 2 antivenoms, 3 bandages, 2 of those, and 1 holy water, and a lot of torches. We ended up actually running out of torches on the way back to the entrance, even though technically I didn't need to walk back. We've realized this now, and we hate ourselves for it. So let's embark. God, I love this game. This game brings back so many memories of those like completely balls hard old games on the original Nintendo that just were completely
Things must be
unrelenting.
driven back. And what better place to begin than the seat of our noble line?
Indeed. So let's look at our map. It's a pretty small map. We're actually going to go left first. Ooh, we have a torch. I don't like that. Or, yeah. Or take that, should I say. I'm going to... I want to have our light at max.
The way is lit. The path is clear.
Who they get?
We require
They got
only the
surprised,
strength
yes.
to follow
Our light
it.
was high enough. So I want to get rid of her immediately. So, let's see. Can't hit the back row, can't hit the back row, but I can hit her with this in the back row. So, ooh, dodge. That is... But she did get buffed for her accuracy. Grape Shot Blast won't help us this time. I'm going to use Pistol Shot. Just to put some pressure on her. Hit her for 7. That's amazing. And Dazzling Light on our Bruiser here. Hopefully he's stunned. He is. Alright, Goliath. Let's do some work. So he can't hit her in the back, but he can Zealous Accusation both of these, and I do believe... No, it actually does not do increased damage to Undead, but it'll still hit him for a lot, and he's the weaker enemy in the line right now, so... Bam! We're probably going to take some stress damage if we don't kill her off quick. So I'm going to Pistol Shot again. She didn't die. Let's see... I'm going to Poison Dart to see if I can't just finish her off. Ooh, she's done. Well done, Angelica. Well done.
Blossoms.
No wonder those parents trusted you to take care of those children. Someone please in the audience get that reference. And we're going to... let's keep him stunned. Or dead. Or dead. Dead is also a good thing. Graveyard Slash. He dodged it. We're off to a great start. So he can't be bled, but I honestly don't think he's going to last much longer anyway. It does more damage, so...
Confidence surges as the enemy crumbles.
Well, way to go, Alfred. Welcome back to the fold. And we got a skeleton key, so we actually didn't need to buy one from the shop. You... Actually, hold on. Who would be better equipped to check these... Would it be the Highwayman? I'm going to guess it's the Highwayman. She might be better equipped to unlock, like, a Coffin or a Iron Maiden. So, let's you take a look. Contains a very small amount of money. Moving on. Ooh, we have multiple little bits of items. We're going to actually keep going down. Okay, so this thing right here might be a problem. I'm going to select her just in case. Let's see. Decorative urn. An urn holding ashes of the departed. We're going to see if it can be purified. Yep.
Finding the stuff is
Excellent.
only the first test. Now it must be
I don't
carried
trust
home.
random things like that or altars, just because they always have very, very bad things happening. Crate. Contains stashed heirlooms. I like this hallway already. This has been amazing. Ooh, dead thing. Oh, he was perturbed by that. Okay, so we are actually going to move back and check out the rest of the area. Hopefully we don't get ambushed. Yeah, go ahead, me. Oh, we probably should have gotten a campfire too, shouldn't we? Holy crap, that used a lot of food. Okay. The torch. Yeah, we probably might want to do that. So that used a whole lot more food than I thought it was going to. That is actually going to be a problem down the road. Because they ate a lot of food before we even got anywhere. Yeah, we're going to have to move to this room. So that sucks. That sucks a lot. I wish there was an indicator, and there might be. I just might not be might not be aware of it, but I do not see anywhere that actually tells me how hungry they are right now, which is probably something that the developers need to look into so we don't run into that situation. I'd rather keep them slightly hungry than completely starving and them eating all the food I brought on this trip, because that was like 14 food that they ate in one sitting. That can't be good for them. Yeah, we're gonna go to this room. So this is the drawings I was talking about. Some people get very stressed by those. We're going to pop a torch.
The light, the promise of safety.
Now, I'm not going to mess with... Well, I might mess with it with the grave robber, because I'm pretty sure the plague doctor has the best chance not to get injured in the process. Partially inner... Yeah, why not? New metal for synthesis. Sure, why not? Ooh, 3 stress damage for no reason. Oh, a trap. I wasn't paying attention.
Mechanical hazards, possessed by evil
15.
intent.
And let's pop another torch.
In Radiance, may we find victory.
Ooh. You gotta fight. They did not get stressed, or stunned, which is a problem. So what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna hit her with the poison dart if I can. And I did. And she's blighted, which is fantastic. Rendered the old gods. Oh, he resisted the bleed. She got hurt. Eldritch push. Oh! Thankfully, he can hit from almost anywhere. Okay, he resisted. Excellent. Way to go, Alfred. Way to take those punches for Bruce. Oh. Oh, he's bled. Okay. Well, that's going to be a problem. I realize what bandages do. Thankfully, I have bandages. I want to go ahead and use pistol shot to try and get rid of her, because she's going to be a problem. 5. And I can't really do... I want to go ahead and stun someone, so hopefully he's stunned. He resisted. That is unfortunate. We're going to... we could do Bulwark of Faith and increase our protection, but I kind of want to put some damage down. We'll go ahead and do Bulwark because he's already damaged, and that will increase his ability to take said punishment. I might be able to actually just kill her off. Ooh, she dodged. She's cheeky. She's cheeky, that one. Ooh, he's bled, so I'm gonna have to use another bandage. Written for the old gods. Alright, please finish her off. And she's gone. Excellent. So now we can focus on our melee friends here. He is bled, so I'm gonna have to waste a bandage. And I'm gonna use Zealous Accusation. 7 and 5. That's pretty good, actually. Bumping the knife. This time I'm actually going to heal him up a little bit, because he needs it. He's taking some punches to the face. And unlike Clayface, he worries about his good looks. I'm actually going to go ahead and hit these 2 with flashing daggers, if I can. And I do, and that's a death. Poor cultist, he should have known better. Alright, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and heal up Alfred with April. And Grape Shot Blast seems sort of useless right now, but I am going to try an Open Vein. Get him out, and he resisted poison. Zealous Accusation for a double 17 crit. Goliath, you monster. Okay, so Grave Robber. Ooh, it mortally wounded. Thanatophobia. What is Thanatophobia? Minus 20% stress resist when below 50% health. That kind of sucks. Thanatophobia. We're learning new things every day. Oh, I just like new destination. We're gonna go down. Oh god, a confessional. Sure. No, you don't want to confess, Goliath. You really don't. The hero's history of sin is revealed. Oh no, I don't know what that means. Was she a hooker? Oh, I didn't use all my food. Thank God. I thought it used 11 food. We're gonna go ahead and do that. Alright. I thought it used like all of my food whenever it did the starve. I was about... Oh, we got surprised and we were shuffled. Yeah, we need to move her to the back. Thankfully, we do have his ability so he can rush forward one step every turn. But we really need to get rid of our friend, the Arbalist, or the Fusilier back there. So... But for the moment... I'm actually going to use Grave Shot Blast. Oh, I can hit all three of them. Wait a minute. Oh, yes, it's the first 3 rows. Wow, triple dodge. That is by no means a good thing. Ooh, slice and dice. Blanket fire. Oh, crits! Oh my god, the crits. We need to shift her back. As much as I would like to just pick him to the face. We're gonna use Fate Shadow, actually. Which buffs her and moves her back in line. I like that. I like that a lot. Let's stun. Yeah, let's stun. Ooh, a dodge. Ooh, uppercut slice. That's mean. Now they just did me a favor and forced him forward. Ooh, he still can't do anything, so I'm gonna have to swap him over here. Now he's closer to the front now. Blanket fire. Oh, damage. We're gonna have to focus our healer on actually healing now. Ooh, he resisted, but she got buffed again. And we're gonna open vein on him, which missed. Of course it missed. And stunning blow. Wait a minute. Oh, that's right. I brought Goliath. I didn't bring Michael. So that's a thing. What we are going to do is we're going to go ahead and stun him. And we missed. Wow, we are horrible with misses this time. We have to move him to the back row. Never mind. He did that for us. Alright, we're going to have to just start healing because this is getting out of hand. Quickly getting out of hand. Ooh, 8. He's on death's door. And he's bleeding.
From becoming unwound.
Oh, we're about to lose Alfred. We're about to lose Alfred. Oh, God. I'm going to pick to the face you. Because you're an asshole.
Devastating blow.
Crit. Alfred, if you die, I'm going to be very unhappy. Death blow.
Life wasted
No!
in the pursuit of
Alfred!
And gold.
Oh, yeah, desertion is a better part of valor or whatever. They're going to pay for that. They're going to pay for that in spades. I'm finishing this fight, and then I might have to retreat, because 3 people might not be a good idea. Yeah. Zealous accusation. Wow, the dodge. Nope. They do the same amount of damage, but yeah, let's pick the face. Please stun. Resist. You're a dick. Uppercut slice. That's gonna push him back. We're gonna zealous accusation again, which kills one of them, which is what we were going for. Slice and dice. Double dodge. I can work with that. Alfred, our poor friend Alfred. He did a 12 crit. He went out fighting. That's what he did. Bandage. And smite. Smite this fool.
These nightmarish creatures can be felled. They can be beaten.
Might as well use all my food, because I think I'm going to have to retreat anyway. Yeah, Alfred dying was kind of a bad thing. I did not buy camping gear. Or I couldn't buy camping gear. So there's one fight either way. Either leading to the treasure room, which will have 2 fights, or this way, which will at least have spiders. Oh. We're out of food, though. The conundrum. It's different? No, it's the same thing. Looks like it only stacks a certain amount. That might be something that they might want to look into, is to actually make it so you can stack items that are the same thing. Because I've noticed in my off playthrough that I've ended up running into issues with actually being able to hold items. Like, I just had to start dropping specific equipment like food or camping supplies in order to bring more stuff. Oh, I might go all the way to this treasure box, but I think I'm gonna have to call it because my team has just been ravaged. And poor Alfred. Poor Alfred. Never mind. We're leaving.
Injury and despondence set the stage for heroism
Yeah.
or cowardice.
I ate all my food, and they're like, "Oh wait, we're starving."
Wounds to
Wait a
be
minute.
tended, lessons to be learned.
Oh, poor Alfred. And we didn't get any relics on that one. We got 2 busts and the portrait. We got some money, but that's basically going to be just put toward the next mission. So we're kind of in a deficit right now. And he gained a perk. Ooh, he got the yips, but he also got Clotter, which is plus 15% lead resist. That's still good. Let's return to town.
In truth, I cannot tell how much
Let's
time
see
has passed
what happened
since I
while we were
sent that
gone.
letter.
Daria engaged in the pleasures of the flesh. Oh my. And recovered 65 stress. Clayface, on the other hand, he went to the tavern, and now he's a bad gambler, so he has an increased chance of losing our money when he gambles, so we might have to keep him away from there from now on. He recovered 55 stress. Babs recovered 45, had a night on the town. And Jean required 69, got rid of 69 stress by praying at the Abbey. So yeah, that was rough. Not as rough as our last one, but still pretty rough. Ooh, the sanitarium unlocked. So at the sanitarium, we can treat mental and physical illnesses. So things like kleptomaniac and other things like that, the yips, we can actually send Goliath to the sanitarium and get him fixed up, which is what we're going to do, if we can. Oh, do we have to pay to get things removed? I can't tell. Let's see. Infirmary. Increases the number of shops. Treatment library, reduce treatment cost by 10%. Okay.
Experimental
That
techniques and tonics can overcome things
So
a sharpened sword cannot.
Why can't I send him off to get help? Is it because he's stressed? That's kind of weird that I can't. Does he have an ability that... No, he doesn't have anything that lets him not go there. That's a problem. Okay. We'll have to look into that in the interim between episodes. April, she needs to get stress relieved, so... I don't want to send her to the gambling hall. Clayface had an issue with that, and now he's a bad gambler, so we're going to let her go to the bar. Actually, no, we're going to send her to the Abbey. She's a Vestal. Maybe that has some better effect on her as opposed to others. Peace through meditation. Sounds about right. Oh my. I hate you, caretaker. You're on my buttons, get away. Angelica, does she have anything? She's tuckered out and thanatophobia. Let's actually see something. Is the sanitarium... Why won't it let me do anything? Oh, I have to select an ability to get treated. Now this does treat physical and mental illnesses, but I don't think it reduces stress. I think that's the trade-off. But what I will do is I will send Goliath there, because he has... If we can get rid of his kleptomania, that would be fantastic. I love how it locks the door behind him. You're never leaving again, buddy. Alright, let's send April. She's not God-fearing. We're gonna send her to the brothel, I guess. Yeah, we'll send her to the brothel. Sure, why not? Actually, how much does it cost? How much does it cost? Okay, it costs 1,000 to do that, but she has less stress, so that might actually be the better option. And besides, the worst case scenario is she has a hangover. Alright, let's see who's in our caravan. Ooh, we actually got a jester and a bounty hunter. So, let's go ahead and look at our stagecoach. We actually don't have enough deeds right now to increase the stagecoach, so I have to stop clicking. Cardinal. We have another grave robber and a jester. So we're actually going to go ahead and end the episode here. I'm going to take a look at these probably at the beginning of the next episode before we embark. So this has been Getting Stressed in the Darkest Dungeon by Red Hook Studios. If you like this content, please do support the developer. They are currently in early access, but this game has a lot of content even for early access. This is a very fun game. I've been playing it a little bit off camera, and it's been amazing off camera, off YouTube stream, and it's been amazing. As I go through, I might actually start making reference that I have information you don't think I would, just having played it here, because I have been playing it off stream. But yeah, it's an amazing game. I definitely recommend picking it up, even in early access. It's very fun. I'll also have links in the comments below, or in the description below, to their website and to the Steam page. I do believe they just released a Humble page as well, so I'll put that up there as well. And if you like this comment, please rate, comment, favorite, and subscribe. And if you have any questions, comments, concerns, or constructive criticism, please put them in the comment section below. As always, I'm trying to improve the efficiency and the appearance of my channel, so any kind of constructive criticism, comments that might help me improve the channel is always appreciated. And if you want to see more of this, just let me know. And I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.